in this training video today, I'm going to be talking to you about the 3 stages to make your business boom. And it's in my experience from working on online business. So what I've done from this year, from 2019, January 2019, I've actually moved all my knowledge, all my experiences of having 4 offline premises. I've actually set up and run 4 spinning studios since 2012, and now I'm transitioning from the offline business world to the online business world. And the reason why I've done that is actually quite a few reasons. For one, I'm a mum now of a 3.5-year-old, and even though I actually picked this up about just before Oscar was born, so probably about 4 years ago, it's just my lifestyle now. I just cannot simply go out, like I used to be able to, and do the networking events and, go to certain, other events for business. So it's like my lifestyle permits me to go online, but I also see all the benefits as well of going online. I mean, in the future for me, I just think that all businesses eventually, whether they actually want to or not, will have to be online in some way or another. So even though I've had amazing experience and fantastic success running businesses offline, I do feel in my life right now it's just my time to be moving everything online, and I want to share that journey with you. So what I've done since, as mentioned, since January 2019, I've learned so much about online stuff like mechanics and systems and what I actually need to do from like a step-by-step process, and it really has been quite an overwhelming experience, but I'm here and I am ready to now pass on the knowledge that I've learned in order to help yourselves. And the reason why I've got up here helping coaches is because I feel like you guys are the ones to make a huge dent in the world with your message and your services. But it is quite tough because there's loads of information out there, and I really want to be the person that cuts through all the information and make it a bit easier for you, because I've been through it myself and it is a little bit overwhelming, as mentioned, and quite challenging. And if I can make it easier for just another coach, a fellow coach, then my job is definitely done to a certain point. So the 3 stages here, if you've got my little triangle here and numbers 1 to 3, if I was to put here number 1, the first stage I believe you need in order to make your business boom it's the concept of building you. Like, you need to be built up in order to operate any business, actually, whether it's online or offline. Now, for me, running businesses has been amazing, but I've also experienced severe business burnout a few years ago, which led to my depression. So what I believe that you need is for you to, let me just get rid of this. Sorry, still getting used to this program, that's it. You need to have the correct mindset. So what I did many years ago, I definitely had the confidence to go out and set up a business, and my first studio was in Shanghai, China. But even though on paper and to everyone else the businesses were going great, we were making loads of money and the reputation was amazing as well that we created and built up, but behind the scenes I didn't have the correct mindset because I was just burning out, and because I was repeating these sort of unhealthy business behaviours, as it were. Like I would work until 2 in the morning. I would go on holiday. I remember this particular holiday to Malaysia, Penang. I was actually learning how to use Photoshop from scratch. Things like that. I just had so much drive, to the point where it was just debilitating me, to the point that I just couldn't work effectively because I was just so focused on the future, and I was really, really passionate about what I was doing, but it was actually getting in the way. I was feeling very stressed without realising what the stress was really doing to me internally, and on a physical and mental level. So I do feel like we need to build you up first. We need to make sure that you've got the right mental foundations there and down before you could even think about building a really, really healthy and sustainable business. So stage number 1 is building you, and it's all based around health and fitness and mindset training. And I'm an absolute expert in this area because I've got myself out of burnout back into optimum health using natural resources. And I think once you work through your limiting beliefs, you know what your goals are, you know exactly why you're doing your business, and you've sketched out your message and how you want to make that massive improvement in the world by helping people. I think once you've got all that nailed down, you can then move on to stage number 2. So stage number 2, in order to make your business boom, is building your business. Building your business. Now, what do I mean by this? It's the foundations of the online business. So for those who maybe be a few steps ahead of me, and you're making maybe sort of 6 figures, you've got about between sort of 5 and 10 clients coming in consistently every month. In order to get there, you need to have nailed down your niche. You need to know who you're talking to, and there's other things as well, but that's like the biggest one. And I actually found myself working on that area for quite a long time because I think I had so many attachments to working offline that I found it hard to transition onto online and who I could help. But that is one of the main points I believe that you need in the stage 2, building your business. So identifying your niche. We also need to lay down other foundations as well. It's more about learning the online systems. I mean, as you can imagine, you've got to learn a lot of marketing, and most of us, we might have done degrees, but you don't really learn the marketing that's actually needed for operating an online business today. So we would then go through things like organic marketing, how to get leads, and there are 2 approaches that I've been trained on. There's like a masculine approach where you go and you will find the leads that you need, or also there could be like the feminine approach, as it's sort of worded in the industry, where you can just build and build and build trust amongst your audience by giving away loads of content. And obviously over time people get to see you, get to know you, get to trust you, and then they end up naturally gravitating towards you. Obviously, there's probably more of an efficiency when it comes to the more masculine approach because you are there trying to get people to work with you. But it just depends where you are as a person, I think, and I believe. Obviously, you can imagine that the feminine approach, so having people come to you instead of the other way round, that is more of a slow burner in terms of receiving the results that you might need. Sometimes, or I find a lot of the time, that clients do feel the strong need to lock in a client pretty soon, a high ticket client, just to obviously keep things ticking over financially. But if you were to change your mindset, and again, this is the sort of thing we go into in stage 1, if you were to think of this as the long game, then a lot of clients do actually see the positives and the benefits of actually doing the feminine approach. So, putting all the content out there and over time having people approach you. And then when it comes to closing a deal, it feels a lot more natural and maybe in line with your sort of character. And stage number 3 to make your online business boom is built to last. Now, it's all about here learning built to last. It's all about learning the systems online. So a lot of you might have heard of things like ClickFunnels, lead pages. It will be all that sort of training that you would need in order to make your business survive and thrive online. So yeah, one of my mentors along the way had said that people build systems, but systems build businesses. And once you've mastered things like Facebook marketing, this is like the paid option, so a different area to organic, which we would go through here in stage 2. Stage 3, you would only move on to once you feel comfortable in yourself, you have the right correct mindset, and once you've learned and placed the foundations of your business, would you only then look into the Facebook funneling arena where it's all paid, and it's all about investing in shortcuts if that's what you want to do, and that's what I've been encouraged to do in my journey of learning how to do online business. But there is a lot to learn. But once you master the systems and leverage off other people's platforms, again, like ClickFunnels, there's also Infusionsoft that I've used in my time, and you get your head around how to word a particular advert and then obviously lay down money and scale up. For example, going back to Facebook marketing, as long as you scale up in a very non-risky way. I mean, you can actually start with £5 a day on Facebook, and then you build up. Once you start seeing results, you've got loads of funnels that you can do. I've just been taught about the break-even model, or funnel I should say, so then you're not actually losing any money if you were to sell a low-end product, for example, at £19. I mean, there's so much stuff and I won't even go into it here, but once you've nailed down the systems and you create mastery in these systems, this is when you can see your online business survive, obviously the first year, because obviously that's going to be the most rockiest of years, but then you can thrive. And then once you've laid all the foundations as a whole, you can then just manage these systems. And then you can then multiply. Obviously, you don't have to just stay with one online business. You can have many. I heard just recently that a millionaire has up to 7 online assets, or 7 assets, income producing assets, or should I say passive, income streams. And I think the average billionaire has like 100 passive income streams. So you can see then what we're sort of dealing with. But if we were to maybe think about at least the first 3 months to up to a year, you can really nail down this as a 3-stage basis to an online business. Once you've really made a good income on this first model, you can then multiply it and do it on many different products, many different services as you want. And then depending on what your goals are, you can reach your 6-figure status or your millionaire status, wherever you want to be, whatever your goals are. But yeah, for me, this is what I've learned so far. It's the 1, 2, 3 stages to in making your business boom. And you need this. I cannot actually express how important building you as a stage 1 is, because you can have all the success in the world, like all the money, all the recognition, but if you're just working completely around the clock and you're really stressed out and the stress is affecting you to the point where you're putting on weight, or you're losing weight, or you haven't got time for your family, or your relationships are breaking down, then there's just no point building a business to last online. So yeah, they are all interconnected, and that's why it goes in stages. We need to build your mindset up first, get those limiting beliefs, handled, and really straighten yourself out. Be prepared really to build a very, very successful business. And then obviously goes without saying, if you were to build a house, you need to lay down your bricks first. It's all about learning and building the foundations, and really having a good understanding as to why you are doing a particular thing and in what order. And then obviously built to last, building that sustainability and building that momentum and mastering these 3 stages for you to continue with this similar model and then mirror that in other business funnels. So hopefully that's of interest to you. Thanks very much, and speak to you soon. Cheers, bye. Many thanks for watching this video, and if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe and bell notification button for more videos like this in your inbox. You can start, build and grow your online coaching business every first of the month. Register for the next 7-day results-based challenge by following the link in the description box below, or if you cannot wait until the first of the month, then book a transformation call with me, and I'll be more than happy to get you the results you want in your online coaching business. See you in the next video.